caught on to a emergency signal, gone to check it out, and then found yourselves on a murder ship. That's about the summary. It wasn't a particularly horribly eventful session last time because we ended up ending a little bit early. Hmm. But sure that fucking works. As I'm buying myself a few seconds to finish up some tokens. Why is that selected? I don't want that. Nobody fucking wants that. And of course, this is a little too tough. You guys are on the ship. You brought a small team with you.
Smaller now?
Yeah.
If I remember right, we had last got caught back up to them, the room that they had hunkered down in.
You did not. You got caught partway through the hallway and had decided to try and, at least last we left off, go back because you had found out a bit about the what's actually after you, and you were going to head back to that cargo bay to try and threaten the pets that are in there to try and get what's hunting you guys off your asses. At least that was the last plan when we left off, because you guys had gotten attacked to the hallway. If you would like to continue on to go where you have your people hunkered down, we can do that. That's just, that was the last plan that I was informed of, at least.
Fair enough.
So on your side, Blast, well, do you have access to your collective buddies? Like, or maybe figure out a way how we can deal with this thing besides using its weakness or vulnerability in this case?
We could just fight it straight up.
We can't fight it straight up and win.
Then
you've not really attempted it much because right now it's been trying to do hit and run tactics on you. You don't know how much damage you did when you did attack it.
Well, I know that my mental thump did a decent chunk, but that was my mental thump, and I knew that it was the equivalent of a very lucky shot.
Yes, that is not a reliable weapon, unfortunately.
We know it was rusty in the mental capacity, though.
But after
That
getting
80
away
willpower.
that last,
Yeah,
but after getting away that last time, it's going to fortify its mind to prevent something like that from happening again.
We can use whatever phrasing we want. Really, it rolled really shitty.
Yep.
It rolled really, really shitty.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that is not a reliable number. However, you guys did shoot at some. It's just that it's very hard to tell what effect you have on something that doesn't have biology when you shoot it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my cutter navigator, I'll ping him with the mental query of would the cutters be interested in reacquiring this pain in the ass?
So you're gonna ask the navigator then?
Yeah.
There's kind of a pause before you get a message back from the navigator of yes.
Look at the team. Well, it seems the cutters would. Well, wait. Hold up. Reping the cutter. Define yes, as in if we could recover it and turn it over, or they're willing to send somebody out to recover it.
We will have to discuss it with their clan.
Maybe ask for some safety protocols or some way to disable it.
Yeah, and he'll ping that across if they'd be willing to pass along any of that intel, as currently it's just killing anybody around.
As is their last task given by the collective.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no safety protocols. They are living, thinking creatures. Do you have safety protocols? In your head?
Yeah, training and orders.
And they have training and orders as well. And their last order was to kill anything organic.
That's why we needed a robot.
They are from a different time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're dangerous. Purposely so.
Yep.
Hmm.
I'm
We will
going.
we'll discuss it with their clan elders to see what we can arrange. However, that will take time.
Understood. And just going to look at the people. I'm going to recommend that we move to the team, recover them, and get off of the ship.
It's your call.
The other thing you should recall, for
Mhm.
what it is worth, is right now your shuttle's not docked with the ship because
Yep.
something attacked it.
Yep.
So I'm now just messing with last minute dynamic lighting stuff too, because I'm giving people flashlights for the people that can't see in the dark,
Mm.
which is not your team. I'm giving your NPCs flashlights.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But
So yes, the Cutters would be interested in retrieving him. However, they are also aware that retrieving people is a pain in the ass
yep.
when they are crazy things that, you know,
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Yep. I'm just going, as we're moving back, I'm just going to be trying to, considering I was trained by a cutter, which means my mental shit functions similar to cutter style. I'm just going to be trying to radiate that imposing status of stand down in talks with clan elders.
okay, that's fine.
Out of character, I know it's never going to work, but in character, he's trying to force a will if this thing comes nearby to get it to stand down.
No, I understand your plan here. I'm not going to
And
tell you whether or not it'll work, but I understand your plan here.
I'm positive it's not going to work, but I can give it a shot.
Everything is always worth a shot, right?
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
guys? But the rest of you got? Does anybody else have any particular plans here?
I had a plan, but it involves danger. Oh yeah.
Violence and danger and
Mm-hmm.
excitement.
Mm-hmm.
This I
I don't see how.
entirely agree, but need to recover our assets first.
Alright.
Well, if you recall, as it stands right now, your words in English. Holy shit. So, your shuttle is not docked with the ship right now because something actually attacked it. So right now, your shuttle is saying a whole lot of nope.
Yep.
I don't think I want that filter on you guys' vision. Why not just do it? How's that go? Yeah, sure, whatever, that works. Sorry, I'm messing with stuff. Stuff and stuff. I'm always messing with stuff. Why am I still messing with stuff? We're supposed to be starting. Because I'm obsessive. There. Loom to a map. You guys are there.
This guy wounded? What's going on? He's just knocked down?
Well, if
He's
you recall, one of your guys got his legs cut off.
That's what it was.
currently being carried by Blastale.
He's stable though, right?
I mean, relatively.
Just let me know if he's bleeding out and I need to apply something.
He's been cut in half at the waist. Without an actual medical center, you've already done what you can.
Good. I just wanted to double check.
No, you already rolled your Medicaid tests.
So which way do we need to go to get to my team?
You need to go up and to the right. Give me a second. Because I just realized I do have your people's tokens, but I don't have them organized in my things. So that's useful. That is very useful. Wow, my a clever GM tonight. Alright, basically following the main hallways, which you're already in, you would have to head up and then to the right. They are holed up in a room with a door in what they're not actually sure what room they're in. Like, it's one of those, yeah, we could tell you how to get to us, but what the fuck is this room? Type of deal.
Yep. Fair enough. Blast is just going to start moving down the hallway.
Because this place is old and dusty and other words.
Do we have to move the NPCs or are you?
I'll move them in a second. Don't worry about them.
Okay. I would do the equivalent of telling one of them to drop a glow stick outside the door so I know which one it is.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm having to find where I put all the fucking tokens. This is great.
Ah.
I spent so much time working on a couple maps that I forgot to finish populating them. And now I'm having to find all the tokens I meant to put on the maps And it's driving me a little nuts already. Because,
This happens.
yeah. Because I apparently was a clever man today. I worried about the wrong things, apparently.
You're only human.
Yeah. Okay. And of course, Minx did not come with your little team because she does not wish to die with the rest of you. Wait, did I say that out loud? Oh well. Alright. I found all my things. Keep on heading in. Basically, you need to follow blood at the moment. Because they lost some people.
Yep.
If you remember, about half the team of 6 that they had is dead. Because they were the first people that were hit by this thing.
I'm guessing there's a door at the end of the hall here.
Reminds me of a Cowboy Bebop episode.
Yes, that is a door. That is the first door you have to pass through. That one is not locked. Once Roll20 lets me move it. You know, once Roll20 lets me move it.
Mm-hmm. Following the bloodstains.
About to say, Siva, you've gone the wrong direction, my friend.
I don't see any bloodstains. So
Did you go right after you came
Go
up?
down. There's like one right here.
You're told first right down the main hallways.
hmm. No bloodstain. No.
Just waiting for everybody to catch up. There they are.
Don't worry about the NPCs. I'll catch them up in a second.
Yep.
I'm not actually leaving them behind. I'm just making sure I
I'm
have
not
all
worried about moving them right now.
because you brought basically a combat medical team.
Mhm.
And since there's no music playing, I have decided to add a soundtrack of my own. Behold.
All right. Thank you for reminding me to start up the sound.
Don't worry about it. Diddy Kong Racing!
Is there a door over here?
Yes, the in front of where Silco is where the door is.
Ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-ba-da-da-dum.
As Matt's going to sit there and try to, not have worse sounds playing.
Silco will go up and knock.
Doot, 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 doot.
Alright.
But then also give a radio ping.
And done. Yes. I got what I wanted done.
We're here.
Yes. Door opens. One of the men. This is the medic of the group that's just like, in.
Go.
It's just big enough for you to fit through.
Blast is going to step in and close the door behind him.
Yes, I'm grabbing the NPCs and moving them with you guys now. They brought the dead with them because they didn't want to leave the dead behind.
Yep.
There's a small side. Yeah, that's where the bodies are. Right here is where the team is. Which I'll move. This guy's wounded.
Just steps in, looks them over, is like, well, at least we know what the thing is now.
Do we?
Yeah, it's a cutter bioweapon. Well,
Like metal
bioweapons,
weapon.
sort of.
A cutter? That's encouraging.
It's a crazy cutter murder machine.
That's very encouraging.
Yeah.
Well, what are they going to do about it?
Currently in
They'd
talks.
like it back.
Yeah, currently in talks with their clan. Though that'll take a bit of time.
Cutters don't do anything quick.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the odds of more of us dying
A
before they
lot.
come to a conclusion?
Hoping by us sticking together we'll be able to reduce that propensity.
Yes, because we've been keeping up with it so well so far.
Or I can play bait.
How intelligent is it?
Very. And it's also very practiced.
So it's been at this for a while.
It knows every nook and cranny of this darn ship, and even in moving as a group, it's still going to pick us off one by one. It's going to ambush from the vents, it's going to lash out and kill one at a time, and scurry back into the vents. Or the maintenance passageways, or from around a corner. It knows what it's doing.
So, do we know if it's alone?
Yes, it is. It
That's
does have a couple little dogs that it protects obsessively. It's an obsession.
That's. We want. Can we use that?
That's what I was thinking. Go piss it off so it doesn't. We're told they're not stable mentally, which means if we piss it off, it won't be thinking logically, and we can have a toe-to-toe fight and none of this ambush shit.
Or we can negotiate. It seems to want more of these things.
Its orders are also kill everything, every organic on site. So if we were not organic, that would work.
But I don't think its orders are to keep these creatures. So it has a outlier.
I suppose you're right. Those are organics. I don't know. We've Blast has already done something to it, so it's not pleased.
But it also killed a lot of our people, so it's only fair.
No, it isn't.
All right. So what I'm hearing is we're stuck with something that knows the grounds. We're basically on a predator's home territory. It has potentially something we could threaten, but maybe not. And we're waiting for somebody else to maybe save us. I don't like that.
Yeah. My preference is to move to the edge of the ship and hop off and get picked up by our shuttle.
How do these things move in zero G?
They're cutters.
Yeah, exactly. So if we hop and it decides to follow us when we hop,
At
can't
the
it just?
very least, we'd have clear lines of sight to unload on it.
I guess.
I could fight it alone.
I think you'd end up dead.
We'll see.
Well, if you don't end up dead, then well, I don't really know what your plan would be with that.
Siva's has a low presence. They could make their way over to the den, I suppose, for these animals. Make it change its attention.
Hmm.
Good. Yeah.
If this thing's been doing this for a while, do you think it has protocols for people that try to just jump ship?
Yeah. This thing is able to. Actually, would want to jump ship. Did it say it could split itself, or is it just jump ship?
From the information I got, I don't believe that's true, right?
Nobody said anything about it splitting itself.
Okay, it just possesses a body.
They do tend to hop into bodies and puppet them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it likes to play puppet, so it'd either. I don't think it'd want to leave its babies behind, so I don't think it's gonna leave. But normally, from what Silco has told us, it hops into you and puppets you like a sock puppet.
Well, that's
My only thoughts are, where did it get these creatures from? Was it a whole shipment? Was it getting some one by one?
there was a lot of ships outside. It's possible that it's just from one of them.
Yes.
Pets collected over a period of time.
If it was over a period of time, then it had to have gotten them somewhere. Just wonder if we could order some in and use it as a negotiation tool, but they are insane, so I don't know how well that would go.
So when we say they're insane, how crazy are we talking?
Dropped on a ship hundreds to thousands of years ago and told kill everything that approaches and just does it?
I don't think it was that long. It was the last war, end of the last war. So
The end of
100
the
years.
last 300.
Yeah.
So a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah.
So he's fairly accurate.
He was saying hundreds of thousands of years.
Well, not
Hundreds to thousands.
Hundreds is accurate.
But
So it's crazy. It's a crazy thing that's hunting us for sport, more or less.
Amongst other things.
Sport in feeding pets. Saying that it's feeding its pets does not make me feel better about the whole hunted for sport part.
No, because they're feeding their hunts to their pets, yes.
And we can't try to starve it out or anything because it doesn't starve.
I mean, I could make them attack each other. Maybe it would try to stop them from harming each other.
I just need to hit it.
Hitting it has been the hard part so far,
Mm-hmm.
at least for us.
I'm pretty canny with a melee weapon. Not that I'm carrying any.
Blas, can you detect this entity at all? Do you have what's your range on this thing so it doesn't jump out of the vents somewhere? Just be prepared.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say, Blast. We've been here chatting for a bit. Blast is just gonna sit down on the pipe and focus around, try to see if he can find this thing mentally. Yep, that vague presence that he felt before.
What about Siva's metal bending or whatnot? Can you not detect? Oh, Liam, did you
Sorry.
just shift the whole map? Oh no.
I apologize. I was looking and I realized I had accidentally moved the map earlier and I was putting it back.
Oh, good. I figured I was the other way around. So okay, good.
Nope,
Good.
nope. That was I hadn't noticed I'd accidentally moved it when I was placing some map tokens, and then I'm like, oh, that's off center. I need to fix that before my OCD brain goes no. You may, of course, roll a science test, a psychic test, your thingy, your influence. Words in English, I got there. It's influence that you use.
Nice.
So,
Very nice.
it takes a little sifting because you already know this thing is pretty subtle. It was reading some of your thoughts on a very subtle level until you noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing deep, but it was surface thoughts nonetheless. As you're looking for it, you don't find it, but you do find other minds. Most of them vanish from your perception almost immediately. One of them doesn't, and it's hovering around where you guys are currently having your discussion. And you get the impression of it's doing that on purpose, that it hasn't hidden like the rest.
Mm-hmm. Blast is just going to stop and look up.
There's just the piping and the venting above you guys.
A
Sure.
mental equivalent of morning.
It's just, you get the mental equivalent of afternoon. And then as that happens, something silvery and metal slides out of one of the vents above you guys, and then forms, colors, and there's a person on the ceiling. And it's just above you guys. Hello there! Hello, hello, hello!
General Kenobi, is that you?
Why, hello, Grievous, as he drops from the ceiling. And he's now just standing in the middle of you guys, almost casual. Hello, hello, hello. What are you doing in my little part of the ship? A
Well,
little corner of it.
well, you should know as you've been there for a bit listening to us.
I do, but I would like to hear it.
The idea was trying not to die.
Well, that is a very poor attempt. At least if you were trying not to die, to be standing
Good.
here in one of the utility rooms.
Mm.
I mean, life support's not far from here, and that has a lot of vents, so you could have been worse off by being there.
You have a lovely home.
No, I don't. Don't lie to me.
Mm. I don't.
It's a hellhole, and it's on purpose.
Okay. Well, you have a lovely hellhole.
Thank you. I just thought I'd say hello. Especially since I can't take your heads myself. He's gonna kind of lean against a wall. After all, someone else has already got claim on your asses.
So there's a whole colony of you here?
Colony would imply that we're breeding. We're not.
A collective of you here?
I can see the joke. I acknowledge the joke. I do not accept the joke.
A collection, then.
A squadron. A self-appointed one, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
We got bored. Our ships got collected together. You know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry.
Random combatants coming together on the field of battle. Common thing, yes.
Yes. But don't worry. About me, anyway. We have agreements, and somebody has dibs on your hides.
And if they fall, do we get to go because they lost, or is it the next person who
No!
has dibs?
No, then we all kill you.
I told you this was more complex than it seemed.
Hey, and he flows between everybody with just such a rapid ease to come in front of you that people are
If he
still
gets
reaching.
close, he gets burned. That's just how it is.
Oh, you can take a whack if you want, because
Well, I'm taking a whack. This is just.
now he's coming close. Like you can see where he's standing right now. People are still reaching for weapons when he comes still right here.
Actually,
So
no,
what you want to
I'll
do from
just
there is
be
your choice.
I'll just be out of sight, out of mind. I don't know. Maybe he'll lose track of me.
He came over when you said something.
I know.
And he's just gonna kind of lean in a bit and be like, that's how this works, you see. We are to kill everybody on the ship while we have our personal fun. We're going to kill everybody that kills one of us because it's our job at that point.
We're working with the cutters with a
Good
new
for
enemy.
you.
With a new enemy.
What enemy?
The Federation.
Well, it sounds like the same enemy.
Okay. We're here to do a reclamation of the vessel. We saw life signs.
Yes.
Looks like we stumbled into your playhouse.
Playhouse? Bait! Well, you think we keep life signs? Well, I don't keep life signs around for no reason.
Mm,
I keep life signs around to lure in people like you.
right. So, are you a mouthpiece, a voice that has some sway among your peers?
No, no. The only one with any sway among my peers, as you might call it, is
The one
probably
trying to kill us?
Norio. No, no. Probably Norio.
Would that person or sentient individual be willing to talk with us?
I don't know. I don't speak for her.
Well, you could potentially ask if they're willing, if you are willing.
Oh, I most certainly could.
It's just standing orders. You know standing orders really well.
Oh, yes, I understand standing orders perfectly. I've
Okay.
had standing orders for
Standing
hundreds of
orders
years.
are if we die, this vessel gets annihilated.
Cool.
I don't know what that does for you, but it definitely ruins your fun.
Not really. Space debris is as appealing to scavengers as anything else.
True.
At that point, we just need to find a new ship. We might not end up on the same ship, though we probably will.
It'd be a really big inconvenience, and also
Not really.
whoever's pets those are would be very, very dead.
That'd be Nori.
Yeah,
She'd be very upset if her little pets got killed.
right. But, I mean, we're gonna die anyways, by your word, because we're not allowed to fight back. Because if we do, you all
Nobody
descend
said
upon us.
you could fight back.
We're just not
Fight
allowed
back
to kill.
against him. Allow is such a relative term. You're allowed to fight back. Nobody's going to jump you as a whole. But if you win, well, then we have to follow standing orders. Our standing orders.
What if we're in contact with someone who wants to actually has the ability to contact the person or individuals, the collective, who can change your standing orders, who actually would like you back?
Eh,
It's a slow process. Anything cutters do is slow. But we have
Methodical.
actually verbatim, they want you back. All of you.
Neat.
Well, they're just gonna be like, wouldn't it be more fun to just go kill Happy on a battlefield instead of waiting for whoever shows up randomly?
That really depends on your definition of fun. Me, I prefer habitable worlds. You get on a world, you burrow your way into a back alley, and then people just start disappearing. And then people
Well,
start blaming each other and getting mad about it. And, oh, it was you. No, it was
question.
you.
Question.
What?
We're following the orders of Victor himself.
Who?
Victor?
The person who
High
is
Priest of Victory?
the person who is currently leading the newfound war against the Federation has us causing mayhem behind enemy lines.
Yes, that one.
Eh. Interesting.
I had an interesting thought. You particularly have a favorite terrain.
I prefer cities.
Right. So you're trapped here though.
Trapped is a very relative term. My plan, and this is
Mhm.
just my plan, was to wait until I found a ship that was moving and hop in with a survivor escaping from my dear sweet brother who's hunting you in the main halls.
Right. So
And then ride back with them, sit quietly on their ship until they end up at a spaceport, and then go from there.
why don't we just offer you charter?
In exchange for what?
Yeah, it's a
Letting us go.
standard. It's a pretty standard deal. You
We'll
do
take-
a job, we drop you off.
Yes.
Standard
Well, then-
merc contract.
You as a collection agree. And we'll even take the dogs.
Here's a
And-
minor problem. Somebody
Okay.
already has dibs on your heads.
All
You
right.
can't
Well,
just make an agreement.
then we'll fight him and hopefully win. And if we win, then that proves that we are strong.
That
And
proves
that-
that you managed to kill somebody that was stupid.
Right. Well, still, stupid is a weakness, and that is for the strong to exploit.
That doesn't make you strong.
Give or take. But if we win, then instead of being attacked because you have a standing order, we would then offer you charter to a hospitable, habitable world, and you won't be stuck on a ship. And we'll take the dogs too. They'll be well cared and well
I don't care
fed.
about dogs.
Well, one of you does, very much so.
Then talk to them.
All right.
I can't say I'm disinterested, but I can't say that I'm willing to disobey orders out of a interest like that.
You wouldn't be disobeying orders.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, this deal is predicated on me not killing you.
No. You would be killing us at a much later date. Far in the future.
I'll
Very far in the
think
future.
about
But,
it.
that it's you would still be doing it.
I'll think about it. Why don't you not die while I do?
Maybe
And
you could spread the offer around.
he's getting shorter as he's talking now, and you realize he's slowly sinking into a vent under his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'll think about it. I'm probably going to say no, but I'll at least think about it. Give you the opportunity, the chance, the hope.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious hope that maybe, just maybe.
I'm just paging my navigator and being like, please pass along the notice to the elders of the clan that there's not just one here, but an entire squad of them.
A little more expedited help
And
would be appreciated.
and
Please.
the current status is one has dibs to kill us, but if we kill him, their orders are to dogpile on us.
Your navigator's answer is, huh, they're supposed to kill you all together anyway, by standing orders.
Apparently,
They have a dib
they've
system.
they have a dib system. They've come together from different vessels and that all culminated here.
I suppose that is the inevitable deviation.
But considering the greater level of the fact that there is multiple assets, perhaps this could be an expedited feature, as there are several here. You said I counted what, a dozen mines or so?
No, not a dozen,
A
but
lot. It's like 50, right?
no,
Oh, bummer.
no. I'm counting myself currently as we're talking because no, there's only 5. Based
Okay.
off
I
of
could
what
take
you
5.
felt, based off of what you felt, and the one that's hunting you that you can't feel, 5.
I could take 5.
So
In a bunch of one-on-ones.
So it's just like, please, there's at least 5 of them here.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So any expedited would be very grateful.
We are
Or,
in discussions with the Elder.
or any way of dealing with this to get us off the ship alive.
Currently, their Elder wishes to negotiate for retrieval. We are negotiating.
Maybe if the one that seems the most in charge apparently is one by the name of Nora.
Nori.
Nori. Nori. If that matters.
Maybe not
They
the one in charge, but the one who has a lot of influence.
Mm-hmm.
We will ask with the clan elder if the name's familiar, but it is likely they have changed names with time. They do that.
No joy.
Minds do not change, so we don't usually concern ourselves with it.
Fair enough.
And then we
Well,
go, hurry the hell up!
I can at least pass on the impressions of the minds that I got from the ones that I felt.
Do so.
And does so.
So I'm going to need awareness tests.
Just from Blast or all of us?
All of you.
Cool. Does my unnatural, not unnatural, does my heightened senses hearing come into play here? Oh, nice.
Yes, as does the one that I'm gonna have Javier have rolled that.
Cool.
Because Javier has rolled enough ones, I might as well keep stacking ones on his ass.
Do our gear give it bonuses? I think they give it +10, right?
Yeah.
Y'all's does. Mine gives a bit more of a bonus, but
Oh,
gotta
you're
pay
so
for it.
cool. Super bonuses.
Okay,
money.
Silco,
Yeah.
you hear what is now a unfortunately familiar sound of something slithering through a vent very gently in Siva's direction. Javier, however, is going to open fire on something behind you, Siva.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I heard it too, so I'm gonna.
No, you did not.
What? Yes, I passed.
That does not beat his stealth by any means.
Yeah, Matt, you know how stealth works.
Shut up.
Okay.
8 degrees. 8 degrees beat his stealth, but I did roll for him. 8 degrees beat it, 2 and 1 did not.
What was it? One. I got
So
it was 2 because I had the +10 for my helmet.
good for you. 2 does not help.
So
You need to
I'll yell
I-
out to Siva to get back. It's coming.
Javier is just opening fire on the damn thing.
Mm.
That does tell you it's behind you now, especially since you can now hear the sound of odd metal sounds behind you. Mm, yes,
What?
it has emerged from a vent that is right behind you, and you're actually watching as it's got a silvery blur in front of it, and sparks are leaping off from Javier opening fire at full auto on it.
I summoned my soul hammer.
You're gonna take a swing for it.
Yeah, it's a basic swing. You know.
All right, roll your attack. It's a melee attack.
Okay.
Don't you have like metal bending or some other type of metal
I do.
thing?
I'm gonna hit it first. I just want to see, kind of what I'm looking at.
I'm waiting for your weapon skill there. Waiting for your attack, my friend.
Did you give me the weapon damage on the weapon profile on the soul hammer?
It was a D10 plus your casting bonus. Do you remember how long I said you could use it?
No, you didn't.
I did tell you. It was your casting stats like bonus in turns. That's for your arm, which is the only thing that could, swing that around right now. At
Yeah.
least I believe you attach those two together.
So it's only 1d10 plus 6.
For now, yes.
All right.
But it does have, if I remember correctly, I believe it has the quality where it can destroy things that you hit.
Mhm.
Uh,
It was
I,
pretty
I
special.
sent
Weapon.
I sent this to you in a message on DM.
Never. Otherwise, I would have. I've looked it up. I've scrolled up and I could not find it. Also, the amount of text messages you sent me for Enigma it literally buries anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, we got hippity hoppity, get off my property. We've got Discussions of AI and build times.
Oh, I completely believe that it got lost in here. Like, I'm trying to remember what I gave you that sword or the hammer.
It was.
It was before
during
we
the
went on the
training camp.
last.
No, it was during the training camp.
Yeah,
when we-
before the last mission.
You can do Control F, I think. You click it on your message or whatever.
Hammer. Hacking program. Hacking program stuff.
I could have sworn I sent it to you.
Let's see.
Ah, here we are, where I was talking about the primal zone, a few details in your body. Your left limb is connected for as long as you live. Afterlife. So that's all this stuff there. I guess I didn't send you the thing about the hammer. Because I found where I sent you the info on it.
Enlighten me.
Yep. Okay. So for the limb, that has the hammer, that is, yes, your will bonus, because you're using your will bonus as your casting stat. That's how many turns you can actually use it. It's not consecutive, so you can spread it out.
So it's like per session?
I guess we did not send you per scene.
Proceed.
Basically,
Okay, yeah.
Basically, like, he hasn't really used it yet this scene. So
Yeah, 6 times a scene. I think that's pretty good.
Which I think that's your willpower bonus, isn't it? Is your willpower bonus 6?
Hmm.
What's your willpower bonus?
6.
Okay. So for the Smith's hammer, I guess we just discussed it in session then.
Still don't remember because I would have written it down.
That means you should have written it down when we originally went over it.
Right.
Because we did go over it.
I would have
Oh,
filled it out in here.
You can claim that all you want, but I told you what it did. I know I told you what it did when I
have the
first gave it to
Smith's
you.
Way. Hammer time can summon my forge hammer. I have the Ferromancy written down. I have.
Why you can get on me all you want, but you wrote down the hammer time, but you didn't write down the stats with it when I gave you it at the same time.
I'm not going to argue with you. It just.
Here's how it works.
Pretty good notes.
Great. You missed something. It happens. We all miss stuff. It's cool.
Lay it out for me.
It's basically a power weapon where you're able to destroy objects that you like. If it's a non-powered weapon, you can destroy it when you hit it. The pen's also equal to your whatchamacallit, your willpower bonus.
So power quality or power field? What's it called again?
It also has the flame quality to it.
Very nice.
Yeah, you can light targets you hit with it on fire. That's all you have currently for it.
My flame's different. It's a black and white flame, remember? There is another quality to it from the Forgotten.
Yeah, poisonous.
But not just normal poisonous.
Nope, it's not healed as easily as a normal poison. You can't use a Medicae for it. You actually have to get a supernatural healer.
What's the poison rating?
Or
just poisonous. I don't know, ambiguous. I don't know.
You haven't had that much experimentation with it yet, but I'm just gonna give you a number so that we don't have that be a mystery. Basically, it's going to end up dealing D4 direct damage to. It is for biological creatures, so it's probably not going to help against this thing. But the flame quality will, because, well, It depends on the creature. But it's a D4 direct damage, not resisted by anything. Actually, you know what? Let's make it a D8 because it's going to be resisted by toughness and nothing else.
Okay. Gonna go for hit.
Yes. The poisonous probably isn't going to help against this creature, but it will help against, other things that you hit. The other thing that it will do is, and you can mark this as esoteric on there if you want, but it can disquiet people's mental states. And it's a willpower, like a willpower test on their part.
Okay.
And
I
what
have.
it does is dependent completely on the person. That's why I say you can mark it however you want. Because it could make somebody panic, it could make somebody very angry. It inspires basically empathetic damage. Call it empathetic damage.
Okay. I have 1 degree of success. I also have an escapable, and I have 1-on-1. So that gives me a additional 3 degrees of success for a minus 40 to dodge.
No.
Thank you, Johnny. When you gave me the Excel sheet with all the talents on there, I actually had one over it, and I was like, ooh.
Yes, he
No
will fail
worries.
that parry that he went for. Why the hell is my roll 20 doing that?
Well, that.
My roll 20 for some reason is moving your box off my screen. That's
Whee!
weird. Roll 20, why are you doing that? That's just roll 22. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. That's a crit. Oh, it did. Okay, so I already did the Righteous Fury. I think.
Yeah, Matt
'cause
added an
he was the
exclamation
other
mark.
way.
It did.
Yeah. So, because otherwise I wouldn't have gone up to 21. Cool. Let me double check for it. All right. Mm-hmm.
Screw that guy.
Okay. Cool. You have nailed it with your hammer.
Hammer
And
time.
you watch as its body ripples, and because it's your smith hammer, I will give you a little details on this thing. I say a little because your hammer and your smith senses aren't sure what to make of this metal. It's definitely metal, but it's like the vibrations stop sooner than they should in its body.
It needs to make an agility test.
4?
It's on fire.
Oh no. I'm not bothering with that for a very specific reason. It absorbs fire. As in, yes, it doesn't even try to avoid being lit on fire.
Is this some feng shui shit?
Well, Blast could tell you a little bit on that if you'd like, if he remembers.
It eats energy.
It eats energy.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't.
Where do you think
normal
Blast
energy,
learned it from? That's why he eats fire and
Yeah.
lasers.
Yeah, I know it's not normal. That's why I mitigated some of what it does with that, but yeah, no. It doesn't work quite how you'd want it to for fire. And
I got
these
its attention
things
though.
Oh, you've definitely got its attention. Mostly because you actually hit it. And you saw what its parry's like.
Pretty good.
Oh yes. But I need to make a. I'm gonna give it a roll for here. Something now. Because it needs to make a decision here. All right, it's gonna take. It's gonna try and take somebody out here. So we're gonna go back onto initiative. Is what we're gonna do.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh shit! It's okay. I opened my turn order, and my turn order was empty before I asked you guys to roll, and now it's not empty. So that's real good. Roll 20. Thank you.
Mm.
Oh.
Blast you, initiative 4. Can't believe you've done this to me.
No, don't worry. None of you guys are going first. I haven't even rolled for this thing, and I can already tell you're not going first.
Yeah, last time it had like a 50.
Not a 50. It can't get to 50, but it can get up to into the 20s really easily.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna do one NPC roll here, because I don't feel like rolling for all these fuckers. I'll give them all +5. I'm on that. Javier, you'll be the face man for the NPCs. Not ascending, descending. Thank you very kindly. All right. So, your new friend has decided he's going to kill somebody before he leaves, or at least maim them. So, Siva,
Yep.
you're being attacked.
Oh my god.
It does have an escapable as well.
Mm,
So that's a -80.
okay. All right, let's see what we got. So we got quite a bit of agility. We got and a natural as well.
If you have mastery dodge, I suppose
I
that
do
would
have
help
mastery dodge. Yes.
you. Hey, that's pretty
That could be
good.
very useful because you do want to dodge.
I will use my mastery dodge.
Which, if you remember, I believe that's spend a fate point to get yourself degrees of success.
I have 10 degrees of success.
I did not see a dodge roll from you.
You doesn't need to make one. It's if you have mastery, you can just spend a fate point to automatically succeed with a number
That's
of
only
degrees
on a
of success.
0, though. Otherwise, it's degrees of success.
Allow me to check mastery real quick to make sure,
So,
because I don't remember the full rules for mastery myself, and I would like to check.
I would be grateful because it's different in each damn system.
That's why I said I'm honestly only mildly remember. Let's see. 130. Okay. Let's
You
see.
too?
Mastery. The Acolyte has mastered a single skill. He can spend a fate point to automatically pass his skill test with his chosen skill, provided the final modifier of his test is a challenging rating 0 or better. You must score a number of degrees of success equal to the characteristics bonus of the skill's associated characteristic. This talent can be taken more than once for each different skill. So it is required that you actually, like the final modifier of your skill test, to be 0.
Which is why we've modified it so it gives degrees of success.
How do you want a naturals to apply for this? Because I have a 50 in agility and I have an unnatural agility with maxed out dodge.
And
What is-
modifier is still a -40.
Okay. -40, huh? All right, I can do a -40. Who knows?
Because that's after your bonuses from your skill, from your unnatural. Then modifier would be a -40 at that point. So
Well, I rolled agility raw. Whoops.
actually,
not...
after the numbers, yes, that is accurate because you have dodge maxed out, You have 1 unnatural. That gives you a total of plus 40, and it was a minus 80. So minus 40 agility test is actually accurate. You would be rolling on a 10. So that is a completely accurate roll. It just means, okay, so for mastery, you can't use it if you would have a negative, is
Hit
basically
me
what I'm
then.
saying.
So can Matt put merit into mastery then to negate that negative, or can we do it like?
I have no merit to spend.
Oh,
The answer would be yes. I would allow you to upgrade the talent with merit. Yes, unfortunately you don't have merit, so that sucks. But for the future, yes, I do allow talents to be modified for that. For that, I'd probably only have it be like basically changing it by steps where it's like a challenge rating of minus 10 or better, and then, have it go up as you put merit into it. But yeah. So let me check this thing's strength. It's only a 4. Okay. So you take 6 damage with no soak. Period.
No armor either.
No armor, no toughness. 6 damage to the torso. I believe that does not do anything other than put you into a wounded status.
Mm-hmm.
Does not send you into anything else. That's it.
What about the Forgotten's Gift?
That
Obsidian
one,
skin.
That one I did send to you in that message.
I have it
You
written
can no
down.
longer die of blood loss. You can't go unconscious due to critical blows.
Yep.
And-
5 normal damage resistance. Mundane
And it is
weapons.
not a mundane weapon.
Look, it's pretty mundane to me.
Would you consider a molecular blade backed by primal powers to be mundane?
No, but why would it be primal? Because I would be able to tell by literally being in their presence if they were primal backed. You have not given me any information.
Actually, no, you wouldn't. There's actually, you've never asked me about it, but yes, you do need to make awareness tests to find out whether or not somebody else is primal, unless they're overwhelmingly so. It's like I don't have people normally, like I've only had a few people in this entire thing call you out for being what you are. And it's always people that are extremely, extremely experienced. But most people don't know what you guys are until you start doing weird shit.
Well, then I take 6 damage, I guess.
Yeah, it's just 6 straight damage. That's it. Nothing else. And you're not going to be bleeding out or anything like that.
Just stare at it like, really?
You feel its energy now that it's used some on you. You might even be able to take, if you want to give me a logic test, I can even give you a guess as to what it is dedicated to, because it is dedicated to somebody.
Yeah, I think so.
You're not sure.
Yeah,
You
it's fine.
You have a few guesses, but I mean, there's not a lot of them.
No, go for it.
But it is one of the primals. Blast.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn.
Well, Blast is going to move over to here. He's got the move to get over there.
They are on their own. Let me put them under you guys so you can walk on top of bodies.
And let's see here.
Ouch.
You must have more wounds than me, Matt. Is it like 12 or something?
I have 16 wounds.
16 wounds?
15.
Actually, no, sorry, no, 15. Sorry.
I'm going to say your sheet said 15.
Yeah. So it It's ouch. Yeah.
It is ouch.
Uh, I'm just gonna try to brain slap it again because it's the only thing I can think of. You know?
Yeah, go for it.
They,
Racing.
huh?
Sorry.
I'm praying for your one. Let's
Do
go.
it. Fucking slap him.
There's a
Slap
one
him with
there.
your big fucking brain.
All right, that is a
Well,
very good roll. It isn't
Give him a hair
opposed.
flick.
So let's see.
Yep.
Yep, you're gonna hit.
So, and he will take another flat 9 mental damage.
All right, that puts him at cool. Steva,
Mm-hmm.
do a thing.
I'm gonna feromance it.
You gonna pyromancy him?
Mhm.
All right, all right. That will be willpower versus willpower.
You both have pretty good willpower. I think you just have 20 less, don't you, Matt?
I'll roll a fate point for that. Unless he fails, and then we both reroll. I don't know.
Yep, he does not fail, so you're gonna want to reroll, or you could accept that it just doesn't do anything. It's up to you.
Well, can I try with another half action, or is it a full action attempt?
Depends. What are you trying to do with the Ferromancy?
Trying to disrupt his form.
That would be a full action. If you're trying to do something smaller, then it could be a half action. But for fully disrupting his form, that would be a full.
Nah, just let it go.
Okay.
It's whatever.
Javier. That would be the NPC set.
Mm-hmm.
That man is not going to be walking. Hmm. That's wounded. There's Sergeant McClellan. Thing is, he is in melee with Siva currently, so most of them don't want to just open fire. Javier and the guy on the right will, because they have a fairly clean line of sight on it. That's going to be a miss, and wow, that thing managed to roll 100 on a parry. Nice. Nice.
I'm curious how he's parrying bullets, but okay.
Oh, it's parrying bullets.
Yeah, it just uses its like face to parry bullets. No big deal.
Apparently, by the 100.
Yeah, apparently that is clearly what it's trying to do.
It's pulling its face brain. My face is my shield.
My shield is my face. Why are my Doomco troops missing on my sheet? Why are my Doomco people missing? I don't have many folders. There it is. Why didn't you load the first time, you piece of shit? Alright. Javier didn't even hit a lot, but
Well, pretty high for damage.
that is a decent amount of damage. That's 12 damage. Silco.
Okay.
Turn that down a bit.
I'm gonna start to move up because we got some Diva damage going on here.
Yeah.
I want to move over by. Use my turn to get over by Siva.
Okay. This thing. Hmm. Hmm. This thing is going to duck out down that tunnel. I mean, see that you do get an attack of opportunity. I'll give you an attack of opportunity on this thing.
Okay.
But it is going to get an agility test, and okay, well, go ahead and roll some damage, because this thing's apparently going to roll another 100.
That's twice in a row, actually. That's a
is
double
twice in a
100.
row.
That's a
It goes
double
and just
100.
I don't do the double 100 thing, but yes, no, that's a thing that just happened to it. That's
is.
a thing that just happened.
I'm sorry,
Alright.
Liam. That's a good probability.
That is great
Hey, if that
probability
was
on there.
Saturday's game, somebody would be losing their shit.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We have a guy who literally, he is a nightmare and a blessing.
Ooh.
You're not supposed to be a map. You're supposed to be GM. Nightmare and a blessing.
Yep. If he rolls a 100, if you roll a 100, you get to reroll. Thank God. But he gets a charge for an ability, and he will ruin everything later. Someday.
I'm just impressed that I got 2 100s in a row.
Mm-hmm.
1 in 1,000.
That is an absolutely amazing thing there. Okay.
You deserve it.
I do. So, Siva, you got your chest sliced. Silco, looking it over, it is once again that molecular blade from before.
Did I
You
have a
can roll
difficulty last time?
What's that?
Did I have a difficulty last time healing it?
Not really. It's so clean of a cut.
Right.
In fact, when you're
yeah.
looking at her, it actually takes you a second to find where she's been cut.
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize it's basically from shoulder to waist. And you're like, oh.
Which,
Do I have any regen?
I don't believe I gave you regen.
No, you didn't. I'm just saying, would I have regen?
You'd have to buy that. You can, or, train for it.
Well, haven't had a lot of that.
I believe that you do have some that you have stacked for something. I don't remember what you were spending your next upgrade on.
So
I remember I remember you were like 2 weeks or 1 week or 2 weeks. It's like either 1 week or 2 weeks into a training thing, but I do not remember what you were training for.
No, Blast is the one who can handle this. You didn't lose a limb.
I have lost a limb. But it was only my fault.
Yeah, but no, this injury is not the loss of a limb, it is a slice, which means
Okay.
Blast can put a hand on your shoulder, your wound will heal, he'll get the big gash across his chest, but it'll heal in a round.
Oh, Pete.
The only thing that's annoying is that actually it's not even really annoying. You have a cut in your armor, but it is so thin that nobody can tell that you have a cut in your armor.
I'll ferromance it back together, bitch.
It's actually incredibly easy to repair.
I don't need to repair it. I just think at it like, go back the way you were.
That's what I mean.
I believe I've been outclassed for the Medicaid now, so I'll just give you that job and go do other things.
Because you're the one who can handle critical injuries. I can't. The mundane shit I can handle.
You see, the thing is, if that guy that you have that's cut in half, if he was to take that wound, then he's
I remember.
Half.
Yeah,
he's now cut in half instead. He takes on sympathetic wounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's less healing and more transferring. And then you'd have to stabilize him because he can die from bleeding. Mr.
Yep.
Blast can do that.
Yep.
So, go ahead and roll me some logic, Siva, because you got a taste for its power. You might be able to actually identify it.
Okay.
Just to identify what category of primal you're dealing with.
Same logic or logic plus 10?
I'll give you a plus 10 on this one. You're having a minute to think about it. That is the power of the first. These things are dedicated to the first child of the father. You know, the one
Vic-
that is kill them before they kill you.
Yeah, Victor.
Victory in its purest form, no honor. No one gives a shit about honor. I need to make some rolls. All of you can hear distant laughter in your minds. Somebody's currently being made fun of.
Probably the guy that fucked up on his kill.
Probably the guy that's gotten mentally slapped twice.
He's gotten a lot of things happen to him, and he's failing to kill his prey, and now some of the others are mocking him for it.
All right, guys. Let's
very
move
encouraging.
to the animal den. I think we're gonna need to do some negotiations.
Basically, I'm not going to tell you how long negotiations with the Bloodbath Elder is going to take. It's up to you guys if you want to wait on that trying to actually come to fruition, because it will eventually. But the key word here is eventually. So it's your decision on if you want to wait for that, or if you want to try taking into your matters into your own hands, which you don't know if these things can regen. And you have already, as you've now learned, now know that you don't have any soak that's going to stop this thing from hurting you. And if it passes a stealth test for one of its attacks, it actually gets an attack off on one of you guys, it could very well crit somebody automatically and kill them outright. I think Blast is the only one it can't. I think Blast is the only one it can't crit like that. Because I think you have too much health for a crit like that to go through.
It does. It just ignores armor
And toughness.
and toughness.
Yes, it is true damage, effectively. It's only a very small amount of damage comparatively, but yes.
Still, that's
With a crit, yeah, if it gets lucky and crits one of you, it could one-shot one of you. But that's only if it crits. If it doesn't crit, Blast can pretty much heal anything that's not a critical wound.
it is.
So it is a decision you need to make. Do you want to wait on the Elder, or do you want to attempt something? If you guys want to wait on the Elder, then I will do a few things, but, it'll basically
Thoughts
be hit and run combat.
with Siva's metal bending, could they block up some of the entrances so we only have to worry about one or maybe a few vents? Or would you
Allow me to
guys
ask you a relevant question. Do you think sealing up the vents would stop this thing from cutting through holes in the walls?
No,
Cutting
it's
through
a
the
molecular blade.
but it at least gives us a fair warning instead of just being able to slither through. We have eyes compared to not having eyes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to take that from our our gallery. That is a bad idea. My initial suggestion was to go to the pet room and negotiate with Miss N, the one that has the pets.
Nah, I don't have an argument there.
I was thinking if I could either A, talk to her about getting more of these pets, B, breed the pets using my my suggestion power with creatures of lower intelligence, and see if we can get more of them that way. I don't know if they're having any issues or whatnot, but maybe take a look-see.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm down for going to the cats and trying to negotiate with whoever owns them. I'm also down for trying to get the fuck off this ship, but I honestly don't know what to do. So I'm down to go to the cats at this point because it's the only idea that has come up so far.
Does Matt have an opinion?
He's the corporal. I'm gonna follow the corporal's orders.
I believe it was a asking of opinions at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
We should wait for the elders. I know it's gonna take a while, but you have the ability to just we can play the ambush game for quite a while. But if we actually do end up killing this thing, we gotta fight 4 more at the same time. We're all gonna be diced to mincemeat.
Well, the idea is not to kill it, but I feel like it's going to change tactics real quick. Like if we, at least that's my opinion.
I mean, we put it in a tight spot. It's popped up. It slashed at me. Couldn't kill me. We've smacked the shit out of it. And it's probably going, oh!
The issue
I mean, it
is
may
that
not be
it's
actually really hurt, but we've smacked it enough for it to go like, oh, fuck, ouch.
it's being goaded on by its peers is the issue, in my opinion.
Now
Absolutely.
they're mocking it.
Yeah. Oh, you can't even take on some basic bitch humans.
So
He's
it's
like,
going to
there's
get
nothing
more
basic about that.
with their insanity.
They're actually mocking it openly where everybody can hear it too.
Oh, you call dibs, but you can't even pull through it. You need some help. You need some help. It's like, shut your bitch ass mouth.
Tell you what, I've made some rolls in the background here. You're going to hear a tapping on a vent almost like knocking.
Da, 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 da.
Actually, yes.
We'll tap on it. Dead, dead.
Yep. It's just Blast just gonna thump his toe into the ground twice.
This
looking at the
thing
vent.
is going to kind of emerge. That was hilarious! Hello, 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 hello.
Do you remove my wounds, by the way, Blast?
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
thank you.
You are brought to full health, and about 6 seconds later, so am I.
What is that thing you are hitting him with? I must know.
This?
Yes,
As I
yes, yes.
disperse it.
Yeah.
I'm a smith. That's a smith's hammer.
That explains so much.
We're actually under orders of the first.
Good for you.
Just like you are.
We're not under orders of the first. We're under orders of the collective.
Yeah, but you're blessed by the first.
Yes, to do as we please. You think the primals give a shit?
Yes, actually. The first actually is the one who does give a shit.
Oh, he really doesn't care about any of us. Beyond our use, anyway. And right, Hyde. And this one is going to emerge from the vent as well. Oh yes. He cares very little for us.
Well,
Oh,
then
mortals, anyway.
well, what about the collective?
Oh, the collective cares a lot more than some of the others, but
And if we're talking
not
to the
that
elder,
much. What about the elder?
they want you back.
Good for them.
So it wouldn't matter if we got.
Not to me, at least. And this guy next to him was like, I'd love to see the Elder again. I want to try to take them. I want to become them. And then I can run the clan. Hyde's just, you'd lose, and we all know it. And he's like, oh, shut up, Hyde.
Nice to meet you.
Hmm. Oh, yes, introductions. That's that
As I
thing.
tip a hat that's not on my helmet.
You can call me Rip.
Like Rip and Tear and Jekyll and Hyde?
Oh, you just have to say the other one. Just Hyde's like, do not compare me to Jekyll. He's an asshole, and I don't like him.
I was thinking more along the lines of
So
Rip Van
Rip
Winkle.
has a counterpart that could be Tear, and you have a counterpart that could be
I don't
Jekyll?
have a. Rip's just like, oh, I don't have a counterpart. But they are twins. In fact, you've been fighting his twin.
Wait, so you're a twin, but then you're a brother to the other one?
Well, brothers.
Oh. Okay,
In our
makes
own
sense.
ways.
Okay.
And just Hyde kind of looks, just kind of gives. You can almost feel the dirty look as he's just, yes, the lizard people will understand what I mean when I say that everybody of a clan's a brother and sister in its own way. Yes.
Blast is nodding. It's so annoying sometimes. You always have the pain in the ass, no matter what. And in a clan that's as large as they can be, there's generally dozens.
Jekyll has claimed the hallways, so he can always try to get first dibs, but he always fucks it up.
I mean, he slashed me real good.
He should have taken your head. It's obvious that all of you are a bit more sturdy.
It hurt a little bit.
It got better.
Yeah.
Why didn't you bleed?
And I'm just gonna clench a fist, and the seam. They could probably tell, but the armor just fixes itself.
Why didn't you bleed?
That's a good question. Let's see.
Rip's like, you can't ask people why they don't bleed. We have to get inside of them and find out for ourselves. Can I get inside of you? Can I be in you?
You'd lose, so no. I don't want to do that to you because unfortunately the rest of you would be obligated to kill me on the spot.
Oh, I am much, much stronger than him. But that's not what I meant. I didn't mean I was
Well, I
going to
don't want to kill you.
kill you. I just want to be in you for a second.
No, I don't want to kill you. I'm trying
You
to
won't
do
kill
you a
me.
favor.
You won't kill me.
I can't take that risk because
And I
I have
won't kill
heard it.
you.
I have heard for a fact that unfortunately, if I defeat one of you, the rest of you are obligated to jump us. So I can't take that risk. I'm sorry.
You're boring.
I know.
Boring, boring, boring. Boring, boring. Boring, boring, boring. Boring.
You remind me of an anime.
Goodbye. He just slips into the vents. And just Hyde watches him go before he looks at you. I think you're interesting.
Oh, thank you.
I'm still curious as to why you didn't bleed.
I went to the primal battlefield.
Oh,
Where I lost
and
my
you're
arm
alive.
forever. Yeah. I lost this arm to an artillery shell forever. And when I die, I will go back there. And that'll be my last battlefield.
Everybody dedicated to the Father in any way, shape, or form, or his children goes there eventually. It's our afterlife and our hell. Heaven and hell made one.
Well, I have a very specific place in which I will go. It's already predesignated, it's already predetermined because of the
Ah.
loss I had there.
Yes,
Glass
to
has a
go
far off look.
go save your arm. Hmm.
No, fuck my arm. Save the
No,
soldiers there.
no, that arm calls you home, as
Miss
it were.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I should say that other followers of the Father go back there. Us, the collective, return to our own afterlife.
Well, does that mean
Anyway.
you go there as well?
Hmm? Oh, no, I'm going to the collective afterlife. Ish. I say ish because you become one with the ancients. Whatever. You're not going to tell me why you can't bleed?
I'm a avid and true follower of the Forgotten.
Oh, them. That's interesting. I'm a
I
leave
have been
now.
given the gift of obsidian skin.
I'm a leave now. Goodbye. And he just very calmly slides away.
Yeah. It's gonna
And
ask
in
something.
this and in the silence that follows, you just hear Javier go, "What the fuck was that?"
That's one of the 5 entities that live in this
No, I got
hellhole.
that part. I meant, why did they come talk to us?
Because they've been locked on a ship for who knows how long, and
Because
they're
we're
probably
interesting,
bored
Javier.
out of their mind.
We didn't die immediately, so we're interesting. That's it.
Javier's gonna look at Silco. You know what? I'm with your plan with talking to them. Maybe we can delay them long enough for the Elder to get here, or whatever the fuck's gonna happen with that.
Mm-hmm.
Negotiations are delaying tactics, right?
Indeed. And also, you got to be interesting.
Sometimes.
That is correct. Let's
Do you think
try
they'll
not to
accept?
die.
Do you think they'll accept the white flag?
No.
No.
That'd be uninteresting, and that would be a prey move.
Does it mean that Silco's just gonna like sprint for it?
I don't know. What do you want to do, Silco? You gonna sprint for it?
I'm just worried about the people that can't move.
The only people that can't move are dead.
Nope, you got
Except-
2 people that can't move.
One doesn't have legs. The other is
Oh. One of the lizard folk is I never went over his injuries. He's missing an arm, a leg, and part of his face.
He can get that regen from the Blast Pharmaceutical Services.
Blast Pharmaceutical Services has to exchange an arm for an arm.
That's critical.
And that's
Leg for a
that'll
leg,
be,
face for a face. It's fine. We
that'll
just
take-
gotta get him back to the ship. It'll be
that'll
fine.
just take a few days for him to regrow, as we've went over.
You see, I can't even do this because if somebody's missing their right arm, and I don't have a right arm to regenerate your right arm,
You don't.
unless there's a cheat, unless I have a cheat code, which would be
By the
really
way,
cool.
Side note, Blast, when you look at that right arm, you know you should not try to regen that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've gone over that.
Yeah,
Same thing that happened to our lieutenant, right?
No, worse. I want to say what happened to my right arm is way worse than what happened to.
It actually is. It actually is worse. It's genuinely worse.
I actually want to at one point be able to strike somebody with my hammer, and if I deal damage to you, I get to hit you with an echo of remembrance of the primal damage I was hit with.
Yeah, that
And
is
then
something
you're
you could pick up with time.
yeah, that's my
It's
plan. And
That's
then
a dangerous thing to
like,
channel, though.
I mean, it could be 1 damage at a time per hit, and that's a permanent 1 damage to wherever I hit you, and you're like, oh, you're a dick. It'll be just 1 damage per hit, but that's a permanent 1 damage forever. Just like being burned forever, like those asshole paladins do.
Hmm.
I'll be a tank. I'll do a 1-on-1 battle, and 37 hits later, he's like, why can't I regen anything? It's just, you're fucked, that's why.
Who's navigating this maze for us?
Probably me, since I've got the map.
Are
My
we
armor?
just gonna hang out and basically hold counsel to whoever shows up?
Well, it's kind of, at this point, the general consensus was that you were going to negotiate, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mistake that, yeah?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So at that point, it's just a question of who's going, who's staying, and then the NPCs that, because none of them are going with you guys for this, they're gonna hold guard. So it's just a question of who on the team's going.
I volunteer as tribute.
You've already volunteered yourself. It's fine.
Blast is going to go with whoever's going because,
You have the navigation system.
yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get to bonk them with my hammer.
So you want
Hilariously,
to stay? Is that what I'm hearing, Matt?
Hmm?
You're gonna stay?
Are you leading people out? Like GTFO? Like getting out of this place?
I thought we were heading to the cat den to negotiate with whoever owns
Well, then,
them.
yeah, if we're gonna do that, let's all go.
that's all I needed to know. I'm gonna move you guys to the other side of the door. I have
Okay.
actually put green arrows down for your navigation.
Okay.
Whoa!
It's almost like map markers from a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Huzzah!
AR.
It's just, yep,
At some
making
point
sure that the
during
people
this,
are hunkered down properly, you know?
at some point during this, I am going to tell you guys to stop. So, yeah.
Makes sense. Get ready for the awareness test of
Go ahead and give me awareness tests, everybody, to preempt so that I'm going to roll stealth ahead of time.
Ooh. Oh, we get to see.
Preemptive
Oh no,
awarenesses.
never mind. That was
And I get to reroll that.
Oh, 4. Look at you go.
Good gods, you people are aware. Except for Silco this time around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I took my 4 away. I was about to roll it.
Yep. Gotta go this way.
The only reason I'm having you walk is to leave you in suspense of when I'm going to have him hit you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making you guys walk your happy asses over.
Right.
Though when I do this, I am going to have wherever you're standing when it happens be where you're standing.
That's why I'm trying to. I move and wait for the party to move their tokens up to me.
Cool. Stay there for a second. Because Silco's the only one that doesn't hear something moving out of one of the vents to your left. Oh, Silco's left, to be specific. He's going to pop out and go for an attack, though you two are not surprised by it.
Do we get
So-
to immediately attack him? Because we see him flow out, which is his turn, because he tries to do it silently and slowly.
He's basically exploding out of the vent, more or less.
Oh,
It's
he's
just that
explodiating out of a vent.
Yes, he is coming out violently. It's just that Silco didn't get the heads up on it, like you guys did. So he is going to get an attack off on Silco, but we're on turn order, so you guys will be able to act. So he's not just going to get away. And he did not roll 100 this time.
No.
All right.
Or, as long as you live,
long
Blasty
as you
Boy
live.
can literally just fucking shrug that shit off because he's a
And this
tanky
is a
boy.
chest. This is a chest hit, so you're not going to.
Yeah,
It's only
it's
7
ass.
damage.
You're fine.
I only have 7 wounds though.
Do you?
Why do you only have 7 wounds?
Well, it drops you to 0. You're not even in critical yet.
It's all good. It's all good. I got stuff. Stuff I can do.
I feel like you should have more wounds than that, but maybe not.
I mean,
no, you have to.
No, I guess
Spec
I
into
did do
it.
that on the wounds. That's right. Never mind. Continue.
You have to spec into that shit.
Yeah, you do. No, wait. Go to your sheet. I think you should have 9 wounds.
Oh,
Go to
Remember,
your player sheet. Yeah,
every 5 toughness you get plus 1 wound.
No, it's toughness bonus plus 5. So you should
it is
be
toughness
having.
bonus. Okay, yeah. So that's 5 plus 4. Then that should be 9. All right.
Yeah, so you have 2 wounds left.
Okay.
That hurt.
It did
Oh,
hurt.
did that hurt? I'm about to say that shouldn't one shot you. You should have you have a 40 toughness. You should have higher than 7. Blast! Motherfucker came out of another goddamn vent like he's fucking imposter or some shit.
Hit him with your brain!
Hit him with your brain hammer.
Yeah.
Ban that bitch.
Might as well.
Do it.
Let's see what happens.
Ban him from the server.
Show him who's boss.
Oh, don't ask for it.
Ban him from the Minecraft
Alright,
server. Get his ass out of here.
Let's see how well let's see if he can roll.
You got a
Let's see if he can
94.
roll. He has to do. He's got 20 more than you on his
So
thing, so
he
he needs
has
to
to roll below a 20.
Yes.
Ooh,
He
that
does
was
not.
Very close.
Oh, he does not.
No.
Holy shit! All right. What's your thing's 9, right?
Yep. It's only a half
Cool.
action.
Yes,
You
it
told
is.
me.
It is. You want to hit him again?
No, because you said I could only use it once around.
That's right. What else? Would you like to do something else with your half action? Melee's
Yup.
half action.
No,
Just
Standard melee attacks are.
yeah, but I have to spend an action to charge my thing, otherwise it's pointless. No, I'm just going to do something that Blast doesn't get to do very often.
What's that?
He's going to pull a collective. They listen to authority and superiority, and he's going to pull an intimidation. Bitch, you listen to me.
Oh my. Oh me. Oh my.
Roll the thing. Roll your intimidation.
Oh, you're kidding me.
There's the 94.
Jesus. Holy but evil. That is a massive dice pull, and you rolled like shit, yet you still have a +3.
Okay, I'm going to roll something. This is going to be weird. How he reacts is going to be weird,
Is that
but it's going to be dependent on a roll.
is that a tea kettle?
Yeah, Rissa was making tea.
Darn you, Rissa!
Okay, so he does fail the roll. Okay, so he's going to do something weird. He does not respond how you were hoping. They are crazy little things.
Yep.
With only 1 degree, I am going to make a willpower roll for him.
I mean, if you're gonna roll another, oh, there you go.
Okay, so he does hit 3 targets with this. I'm going to roll me a -10 willpower test. Yes, psychic resistances kick in.
Okay.
As he's going to respond with a psychic scream of pure madness.
Sounds fun.
Okay, so first things first.
Nice.
First things first, I need to roll something for everybody.
It is just a psychic
Yes,
resistance.
but I
You
get
don't
mental
even need.
but I get to give everybody mental fortress against it.
If you look, everybody's already passed. Just roll your willpower, my man.
I have to roll it for myself because my willpower is shit.
Ah, I see. Go for it.
See, it's a 3 degrees of success because normally I'd have failed.
But you can buy at least 3 points, right?
No, but my mental fortress counts for me as well.
It does, yes.
Oh, you didn't add that in already. My apologies.
Yes.
No, that was the influence test right above it. I get my influence. My influence test for mental fortress applies my degrees of success on it as successes to anybody that I'm
Have you
trying
already
to help.
applied it then, is my question.
No.
He's good.
Yeah.
So here, basically, you're the guy in the insane asylum that, with command and authority, goes, "Sit your ass down before I beat it to some crazy person whose answers to throw their feces at you." That's the equivalent of what just happened.
Yep.
Siva!
Ferromancy! I'm literally going to give him the Ferromancy version of a slap. Just like, stop it! Fuck you!
Are you just trying to shove him into the vent or something?
No, I'm just going to literally give him the Ferromancy, just slap across the face. Like, stop it!
Willpower versus willpower. Oh, why is he rolling like shit on these?
I'm just going to give him the Ferromancy version of, whoop! Ow! Stop your shit!
Yeah, let me roll a toughness test for him too, real quick. Okay, he does pass that. How the fuck does he pass that? But no, you know what? I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Leave me alone! You can touch my molecules! Stop it!
Silco, this was the surprise round. This thing's just gonna go into the wall. It's just meh. That's its answer. You guys can keep walking.
Silco is going to look at Blast and be like, you know that thing you do with your
Puts a hand on your head and you heal.
As blood is just gently starting to ooze out of his chest plate. Just gently.
Yep. Just hand on head heals you.
It's a very weird feeling, Silco. Because it doesn't really hurt, but it does. Kind of like how a paper cut
I was just
doesn't
thinking
really
paper
hurt
cut.
until you move it. Only deeper. Much deeper.
Much, much deeper. Like internal organ deeper.
Yeah. I'm going to roll a test for Jekyll there.
Can we redo awareness now, please?
Yes. Siva, you need to move. Unless you want to be left that far behind.
I mean, one moment, my friend.
Everybody
Sativa,
abandoned
indica.
you. Everybody abandon you. Let me have Jekyll just real quick climb into your skin.
He will not win. You know,
All right.
He would not have a good time in my skin. He would have to suffer from primal damage. He'd have to suffer from the Forgotten status effect. I'd defy him straight out by Ember. Like, he would not have a good time, no matter how his proficiency.
I have to move the doors just so you can go in. I made a roll for him, and he's not going to try to ambush you in the airlock, so just go ahead and move your butts through. First door on your right. Can't miss him. You two want to keep moving forward so I can move these doors back, or?
Well,
There you go. And you see the one that you first talked to, along with her, who is currently surrounded by the hounds and just kind of, those "who's a good boy" baby noises. That's what she's doing to them right now.
mm-hmm. Kind of like what Blast did when he scritched the one that he walked up to.
You guys never walked up to any of them. I know you did that with something. It wasn't these things, though.
I'm gonna hold up a hand to this one in the corner.
It's gonna back up a bit and growl at you.
Blast is just going to lean up against the door and be like,
As soon as there's
I'm gonna give it an eyebrow under my helmet. Really?
As soon as there's growling, she straightens up and is like, "What are you doing to my pets? What do you think you're doing?"
I wanted to offer it trust so I could give it a good boy pet.
No. Away.
No. All right.
Step away. More.
That,
Both of you. Move. And then it makes a clicking noise with their tongue and it comes over. Oh, who's mommy's big baby? Who's mommy's big baby? Who eats people? You eat people.
Blast is just chuckling.
I reach into my bag. I'm gonna prep all my debt charges.
What do you want?
We're here
chat.
to discuss.
Yeah, this guy comes over and he's like, "No worry, these are the ones I told you a bit about." And she was like, "Right. Right. You're the ones that are giving Jekyll so much trouble, the incompetent little shit."
We heard you
What do you
like the creatures. What are their names?
I'm not telling you. What do you want? You want to live? Is that what this is?
No, we were wondering if you'd like some more of them.
I don't do bribery. Oh, you're stuck in a wall. I have moved you out of the wall.
Blast is just like, to be perfectly honest, yes, we'd prefer to live, and honestly, we're in a war and figured you might, or at least I figured, you're probably bored sitting on the ship with not much to do. I was going to invite you along.
Yeah, I think I'm fine. My little pets might get shot in our war. But they don't get shot on this ship because I kill anybody that tries.
Well, to bring you the bearer of bad news, but if we die, the ship explodes.
Is that a threat?
No, it's a fact, which is a significant difference from a threat.
I kill threats. Immediately.
I know that for a fact. All of you do.
Good.
You're very proficient, you're very lethal, you're very experienced and practiced at threat elimination. But
Oh, very good at threat elimination.
yes,
For example, I'm also good at example. For example, I'm good at identifying threats, like demo charges that you think I can't see in those packs or can't smell. Stop moving towards them, little kitty cat.
look,
I was just hoping to get off the vents.
No, no. Put your butt back onto it.
yeah,
Okay.
well, we're being hunted by Jekyll.
He's not
I
going to
think-
come in here because we're talking.
Oh, didn't stop him before.
Did he attack you when you were talking to others of
He-
our little group?
He waited until the very last moment and then attacked us immediately.
Exactly. We have rules.
Interesting that, considering that your original orders are to eliminate all biology on site, considering those are biology.
Would you like me to kill you then?
Well,
We also
depends
like
on how
to
much
make
you love your
exceptions.
dogs.
I get the feeling you're not the talky one.
Talking one, just I don't like being threatened by the creature that thinks it is in a better position.
I am in a
'Cause it's-
better position.
You're not.
Oh, I very much am.
You are,
You
but you
don't.
and your pets aren't. And you seem to care very much about them.
Oh, I do care about my pets, but obviously you're not much of the one who should be doing talking because you're making mistakes here.
Sure.
Important
Great.
mistakes.
Great. I'm sorry. I apologize. You're right. I am not the one who should be speaking. My colleagues are more versed and verbose.
I'm
And
thinking about killing you. Should I kill you? Should I kill him or her? Is it a her? You're a her. Should I kill
Please.
her?
Please don't.
that's that thing where, sure,
Hmm.
yes, you could. But it would cost you the things you
I'm
care
just-
about.
I can replace
Just-
them.
I'm just going to pull out a bar of chocolate and hand it to Siva. Siva, you're being a bitch. Eat some chocolate and calm down.
Save your chocolate. Someone who
He's-
cares.
This guy's gonna come up and go, I think we are all getting into the wrong mindset here. I'm Jack, by the by.
Hello.
I believe that you're all here to negotiate. Norio here is the oldest, fastest, and strongest of us. Thus, she is by default in charge. And she's like,
Mhm.
yes, I am. Aren't I, my baby? And so she's gonna hug two of these to her. And he's like, yes. And if, of course, people wanted to leave this ship, not in the rubbles of what's left of it, it would be best if we took the tone down.
I'll deactivate the charges.
I very much appreciate that, Miss Siva. Right. So, I've been talking to Miss Nori here, haven't I, ma'am? And she's like, yes. And he's like, and I've been considering your original offer because I do like cities.
About the elder.
Hmm? What was that?
We're in. What about the elder?
What about the elder?
We're in current communications and negotiations with the elder.
The elder's not here. You need to understand that much as our kind have our orders and act upon them, we also tend to do what we like. we're more independent. By design. By purpose. After all, if we weren't independent, we wouldn't be very good at our jobs.
An interesting conflux of time, space, decision, and whatnot. You are of the primal force of victory. I sense that. I'm a smith. I can feel that type of power. And we are under the direct orders of Victor himself to attack the Federation.
He's going to hold up a hand. You're going the wrong route here.
It's an anecdote.
It's an anecdote, but one you don't have time for. Time is important.
Then, apologies. I'll let my colleagues, since I am not, as you said.
So who is handling your negotiations? As I believe Norio is going to let me do this, and she's like, yes, fine, whatever.
Silco will step forward. Which is just like right here. One step.
No, please, step off the vent. Just she's making comments, ripping hide under there, and, well...
Appreciate that. My name is Silco. It's a pleasure to meet you, Jack.
Yes. So... we've been talking, and she doesn't really want her pets hurt. But, let's just say these aren't her first pets. Yes?
Yes, I can understand that.
And I think that for the good of all of us who want something different when it comes to our environment, we should come to an agreement. Yes?
Yes. And for safe passage to your destinations. And I know I can't waive the destructive nature from the, well, as you said, what was his name again? Which I would know what his name is. I just don't remember his name. It was not
Jekyll?
Jack. Jekyll. Yeah. The Jackal. Jackal. That's what it was.
Jekyll. It's Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll. Jekyll has killed some of our employees, and Doomco will not be taking this to you or your family. And I hate to say this, but we will look away at the transgressions because it is not. We made the first move by coming here.
So you're offering to have Doomco ignore that we have killed some of their employees in exchange for her passage. That's your general offer?
Yes, and it makes sense for if we want to stay alive in this situation and give you guys a better situation, better quality of life, as we'll say.
So, on our behalf, I've had some discussions with everybody else, except Jekyll, but Jekyll will go wherever Hyde does, so who cares? Here's what we want. It's very simple. All we want is for you to drop us off at certain locales that fit our preferences. And in exchange, we let you live. And we won't kill any of your crew in transit.
See.
Or once we've arrived at the destination.
That is quite fair. My,
And,
of course, go on.
and of course, we do want you to. Well, you're not going to forgive the bodies. We understand that, but at least not try to get vengeance. Now, at least. Later, of course, if you want to hunt us down, you're free to attempt to. It's Jekyll you're after. I don't give a shit about him.
Of
Hyde
course.
cares about him, much as he pretends otherwise. So you would be fighting too at that point, but that's just details.
Of course. And these locale that you wish to go to, are they specific, or would you like
No,
us? Very well.
just appropriate, shall you say, environs. I like cities. So does Rip. Hyde and Jekyll, they like space stations.
I'll hold up a hand.
Norio likes forests. Yes, Miss Siva?
What if they were at the direction of Victor or the Elder? We are at
Unless
war.
they
New war.
unless they come here in person, you're not gonna get much progress there.
I mean, could.
But then you would pull them away from more important things. We can just make our deal and move on. Or you can attempt to strong arm us otherwise using them. But like I said, we're more independent than most of the collective. So unless one of them physically shows up, this is about the best you're going to get from us.
I like to make an attempt, GM.
Well, give me 2 seconds to go grab food from my front doorstep before you tell me what your attempt is. Because my
Okay.
agent just got here.
All right. I'll wait until you get back, Liam. What's the attempt, Matt?
Who knows?
Okay.
I just didn't want to leave it sitting outside. Please continue. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Cool. Continue. I just didn't want to leave it sitting outside.
I'll go to the bar.
You're going to try to hop through the bar?
Yeah, I'm gonna literally enter my forge, go to the bar.
Alright, Siva's going to vanish for a second. Jack is going to kind of look at you two. I know what she's doing. Do you agree to the terms, or do you want to wait for her?
She was a witness to the agreement.
I said I'd like to try something before you agree.
Oh, Jack's just asking if you're actually going to wait.
And I said I will.
Alright, what's you attempting?
I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna ask the bartender if Victor is available. Could you send him a message? This could be
The bartender is going... If you remember, the bartender doesn't talk.
right.
Bartender just stares at you.
It's important. It could be a asset for victory, since it is literally of his ilk from a war long past.
He starts cleaning a cup.
I'm gonna look over. Is there people in the bar?
It's a lot more empty than usual because people are busy, but there's always a few people here. It's
I'm gonna
never
pop
empty.
up. Anyone got a contact to Big V?
You gotta get some weird looks at that phrasing. One of them's like, I know a big V. I also know a big T and a big B and a big...
Big
Gets smacked
Victor.
in the armor. Just gets smacked in the arm when he's clearly making a joke by his drinking companion. And when you talk about Victor, one of them,
The first.
there's kind of a shift over to you, and there is a woman there that, well, she looks like a harpy made of lava. And she's just I know Victor.
I need to get
Can
a
even
hold
get
of
him
him. We
messages.
came across a abandoned vessel filled with quicksilver cutter weapons, bioweapons from the last war.
Bloodbaths.
Yes.
I'm familiar.
We're negotiating with them, and the only ones who actually have negotiating power is the Elder or Victor himself. And since we're now on his directive, it's either we negotiate or we die.
Hmm.
Which, I mean, technically we're expendable in a great war in such a
Oh, you're
case.
very expendable.
Right. But at the same time, I'm a smith. I
Hmm.
guess I'm expendable in the great scheme of things. Since I'm only a
Victor.
journeyman.
Victor's commanding on a front line currently.
Right, but this could be an element of true victory. We're offering them passage. We don't know the best place to drop them off unless he's personally involved. This is an unknown
Victor.
variable.
Victor doesn't like assets that he can't order around. It's his habit. That's why I wasn't invited to the little soiree.
Could you get me an audience with him?
No, not
Or a
right
myth?
now. Nobody could. Not well, the gods could, but nobody's willing to interrupt Victor when he's commanding.
So I asked Ember then.
That's a terrible idea.
It is a terrible idea, but
Why would you do that?
because I'm a priestess of Ember.
Yeah, so am I.
I can see that.
So tell me, you're just trying to do all this to get a better negotiating position? Is that what this is?
No. Victory. Even in our death. It's always the bigger picture. I serve two gods, the Forgotten and the Ember. If I die, it's a divine comedy. That's all it is. It's funny. You see?
I'm going to put it. I'm going to put this in the most delicate way possible.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck. Especially if Ember's the one trying to get him to do something.
Oh, Ember's not trying to get him to do something. I am offering him information. That's it. He can act or not act. He's
You know
Victor.
what? You want a better route? If you
Sure.
really want a better route? In my opinion, anyway.
Enlighten me.
Collect them. Leave with them. Try to get a hold of him once you have them, where they can't just leave. After all, any information about where they are on your ship is, well, I mean, you're the one that controls what information comes from the scanners, right?
When they are aboard the ship, there is very little we can and can control of when they try.
But you can control where the ship goes.
Until they decide otherwise, but yes.
Unless they make an agreement.
Yes, that is one of the things we could, and we're currently in negotiating status. And
I'm just saying that you're trying to pull in favors from beings that don't give a shit that you even exist. When you could just very well just get a good deal. Negotiate one on your own.
then we shall. I mean, it's really as simple as that. I thought maybe
The high
this might
priest,
be something.
the high priests aren't going to care about a handful of bloodbaths. You think that he doesn't have some?
Oh,
Do you
he
think
probably
you
does.
know all of his assets? You think that adding in a handful more is going to sway the war.
Then you know what? The Emperor in me says, "Fuck him. We're gonna do what we say what we want in the first place." So
Honestly,
good luck to him. Great.
I would say having one of them would be a greater benefit to you than to him.
Well, that's what I was reaching out for. If he cared,
He
I
doesn't. He
could get
cares.
in contact with him. If he doesn't, fuck him. We do what we want.
You. Go collect your. Maybe collect your new toy.
Oh, it's not a new toy. They're going to be passengers. Thanks. By the way, Siva, Journeyman Smith. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Nixia.
Nixia. Pleasure to
Yeah.
meet you.
Time
to have some fun.
As I said her name, I just realized I named somebody else Nix, and I'm like, wait a minute. Her name is Nixia, and her name is Nixia, and she usually goes by Nix. Did I do Nix twice?
Yes, you did.
Shit. You know what's funny? Nixia existed long before the other Nix.
I disbelieve.
Anyways, I'll give her.
Nixia was the original name of this character. This is a character from like when I first was building this universe.
Well, thank you, Nixia. I now have carte blanche to do whatever the fuck I want. Thank you.
I mean, you're of Ember. Don't you always have carte blanche to do whatever the fuck you want? Now go.
Well, there's a war on. I wanted to cross my eyes and dot my T's.
Do that. Go.
I'll pop back. And I'm gonna go, he doesn't give a fuck. Or we can do what we want.
Thank you, Siva.
No, really. Victor could not give a shit if he tried.
Jack's like, yeah. Based on a reputation, that's roughly accurate.
Could have told you that.
As a priestess of Ember, I just wanted to double check, because honestly, I don't want to cross him, but if I have a leeway.
You're a priestess of Ember. Why would you care?
When the father himself and the mother are in cohesion for the call to war, both of them, I'm going to cross my I's and dot my T's.
He kind of shrugs. So, sounds that we have a deal.
Choose that.
Yes?
Liam, can I haven't done anything with Forgotten really yet for powers.
You have not. Not
I was
really.
thinking of making a deal-based one.
Mm-hmm.
What are we thinking?
Thinking Spirit Select and then another Spirit Select. Can I do it directly on the Dark Seed itself?
Yes, it would be applied as a Dark Seed power. I am asking what you'd like the power to do, though.
I was thinking binding deals.
So you want to be able to enforce agreements, basically.
Either that, or if they break them, there's collateral.
All right, I'm actually fine with that. I am completely fine with that. That fits very much within the nature of the Forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is only what effect do you actually want here?
I want the effect for the first select to be subtle, which is Forgotten for sure. So Spirit Select. Subtlety. And then the second one for 10 merits.
Well, I'm asking how you want this to
work,
because you kind of are, you know, I understand the base concept, but like, what do you want to have happen if they break the agreement? What do you want to have happen if do you want an effect if they follow through? What is the base effect you are going for before you even try to go for subtlety and shit?
Okay. The base effect I want to go for is almost like control, as in either they can't try to hurt you, or if they back out on the deal, they do something I say instead. Not like puppeteering, but like a compulsion because they went away on the deal, or
So when you say that,
Mhm.
well, are you trying to have it be like they have a punishment come down on them, or I'm just trying to get an idea of what you're actually trying to accomplish with this, because I approve of the idea itself. I just need to know what you're actually trying to have it. Are
do
you?
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm unclear as to, like, do you want them to take damage? Do you want them to have to perform a penance? Like, do you want to have something predictated?
Uh,
Because
penance
if you,
sounds nice.
depending on that, especially since it's going to be the first time you're purchasing it, and this is going to be brand new power,
Hmm.
depending on what you want the result to be, changes how this manifests. So if you want it to be penance, they'll probably have a resistance roll against you that's like a one-time thing if it's just a 5-point purchase.
Right.
Whereas with that, as you kind of go up, it'll be either more difficult to resist or require more constant rolls, etc. Whereas if you just wanted it to like deal like 10 damage to them direct, then that probably wouldn't kill these creatures, but that'd be pretty nasty for a lot of human creatures that you're up against, human people that you're up against.
I was
Because a
thinking
lot of human,
they'd owe me a favor. They break the deal.
with these things, breaking the deal would be like killing you. But if you want to use that for a way to expound upon things as you go along, like that would be a good base.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm trying to find out is what you want for a base power. So you want it to be they owe you a favor then?
Prid, what is it? The word? Pid pro quo.
We'll just go with debt.
Yeah.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo would be exchanging one thing for another.
Right.
So this is more they'll owe you a debt if they don't hold their word.
Correct.
Okay, so
Which is not too. I mean, they could hold back, which could be a problem. Because it's like, oh, whatever, it's a favor.
yeah. So if you do that, they would have, because for the at least a 5-point purchase,
Mhm.
they would owe you a debt that you can try to call in on. They would get a resistance roll to you trying to call in the debt itself. So that it'd basically be, okay, because you did this, I want you to do this, and then they have, for this, it'd be probably end up being a minus. Let's say a minus. It'll be a minus 10 willpower or influence test. You want it? What do you want it to run off of? Actually, do you want to have
Uh,
it run off of willpower, influence,
I was thinking their intelligence, actually.
intelligence?
Yeah.
Um, it would have to be like willpower or something for this to work.
How about their fellowship?
Because yeah, fellowship would work.
Okay.
That would work because it's more of a force personality versus force personality thing
Is
the
this
start.
is this for? So this is the start. -10 fellowship test. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a one-time thing for them to basically look at you and go, "No, I'm not going to do that."
Yeah.
And then upgrades will make it more difficult, add in extra rolls, make the debt more, make it stick better.
All right. So we're putting in Spirit Select another 10.
So you're going to do it on Spirit Select.
Yes.
Okay. With a 10. So that will make it so that I'll give you a choice. We can either increase the difficulty,
Mhm.
or we can make it so that they don't get just one roll. It'll increase the number of rolls, like the number of times they would have to defy you to be able to, like basically ignore the fact that you are calling a debt on them.
More rolls.
More rolls?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have it be for a 10. They'll have to resist once a week for a month once you call in a debt.
Okay.
So basically that'll give them total. They have to beat 4 rolls, and it is versus. We'll use your willpower as basically or not willpower. If we're going off of fellowship, we'll probably end up using your fellowship as a DC for it,
Okay. That's cool.
just to make it easy.
Mhm.
And that's if they break their agreement with you.
Right. So, and then I will say, yes. And
All right.
we will have no more deaths upon from your to your arrival. Is that correct? I cannot afford to have more of our personnel die for no reason.
Yes, we will ensure that none of your people die either en route or after we have made this agreement, and that once we are delivered to our locale, wherever we are dropped off, then we won't harm any of your people on the drop off. Though if you come back, then things might change dependent upon situations, and well, we're people, you know.
I understand.
If somebody comes to try to kill us, we're going to kill them.
Soko will put out his hand then. I accept these terms.
Great, and he'll shake your hand.
Excellent.
But if
Because
we
he
come
doesn't-
back and mean no harm, then we're not enemies?
Well, we never said that. Especially since when you shake his hand, you see him shiver a bit as the both of you feel that snap in place via the dark seed. And he's like, "Oh, you have oh, I see. Interesting. Because he didn't know you had that power till you just did that.
Yeah, I mean, that was the point, right?
Oh, yes. He's like, interesting. Well, agreement done.
Perfect. All right, guys, I am going to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. I might be
Hopefully.
late. I got work. Might be got shipping stuff to do, so we'll see how that goes.
Here's
I'll be
hoping.
on early. We can get some stuff done, I guess, early with you, but
Like I said, work. I probably won't even. I'll be done late in that case.
So he may show up a bit late. But no worries.
don't we go normally a little bit longer?
No, this is about the time we normally end, between
Yep.
10:30 and 11.
No,
My time.
between our time, Matt, this is when Johnny usually has to get off.
Mm,
I'm sorry, Matt, that you can't have your long sessions, but I mean, you guys can keep going. I'm heading
More
out.
than 3 hours would be nice. 2.5 hours is Boring.
That's too bad for you, Matt. Thanks for the session, Liam. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
You're welcome, Johnny.